Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I look a little bit crazy right now. I think you guys are probably all gonna get a bit scared. Don't click off the video. I did a Nutcracker look. As you can see here, it involved a lot of body paint. It took a long time, a lot of effort went into this, and I'm really excited about this video because I really like how it turned out. Obviously, this is not gonna be for everyone. I love creating these kinds of crazy makeup looks. Check me out on Instagram because you will see all of the crazy looks that I create every single day, especially for Christmas. I've been doing 25 days of Christmas. Anyway, I think I should stop rambling. If you want to see how I got this look and how I turned myself into Mrs. Nutcracker, then just keep on watching. Okay, so I've already got my base on. I did foundation, concealer and powder because I wanted to skip that step in this video so that we can save some time because we're probably going to be here for a while and I think we should just get stuck right in. So I'm going to start off with the eyes because that's going to be the most simple step, hopefully. So I'm going to prime my eyes with the P. Louise base, and this one is in the shade Rumor 02. So I just like to put a tiny bit on each eye. I put a little bit too much on, so I like to just pick it up with the brush and kind of wipe it on the back of my hand, if that makes sense. And I like to pat over it with a beauty blender just to remove any excess product. And today I'm going to go for blue because the Nutcracker is going to be mostly pink, so I just want a little bit of something different, a little bit of contrast. So I'm taking the Be Perfect Cosmetics Carnival 3 palette and we're going to start with the shade The Deep, this blue one down here. And I don't think I'm going to be doing anything crazy today for eyes. I was thinking of maybe a halo eye, so I'm putting this just on the outer and inner corner of the eye, leaving that center portion kind of blank. I want a rounded shape, so I'm just kind of making a C with my brush on the outer edge. The next shade I'm going in with is this lighter blue, which is called Lagoon. And on the same brush, I'm just really lightly going over the edges. I'm going to start blending this blue out. I'm just taking a clean, fluffy brush just to blend a little bit more. It can be super messy, just how I like it. And then I'm going to blend a little bit further with the Reef shade, which is a kind of, I don't know what it is, teal? No, turquoise, kind of, I guess. And this is just on that fluffy brush that I was using before. And then in the center, I'm going to take Pearl, which is really beautiful. In the pan, it looks like a pink shimmer, but actually, when you put it on the eyes, it's got a duochrome effect. So it does have like some bluey reflex to it. So it really does complement blue eyeshadow. So I'm taking that on my finger, as you can see, and just putting that on the center of the lid, all the way up to the brow bone. Then just going in with the blue shades again, just to kind of blend the edges together. So I like to swipe back and forth like so. And this makes sure we get a kind of gradient. I think that will do. Oh, I made a mistake. Because I realized for the Nutcracker, I'm supposed to be doing eyes, like under eyes. I don't know how to explain it, but basically I'm gonna have to clean up this lower lash line and take that shadow off. For the eyes, I'm gonna be using the NYX SFX Creme Color Paint in white, and I really love this. It's so pigmented. And I'm just taking a little bit on a brush. This is a flat brush, a really tiny flat brush, and we wanna draw some doll-like eyes. So I kind of just followed the shape of an eye, so the tear duct here, and then a kind of semicircle. Doesn't matter again if it's messy because we are going to be drawing around it with a black eyeliner, so the edges don't need to be perfect. And for the iris, I'm going to take my Crayolan aqua color paint in blue, I guess. It came in a palette. Aqua colors, and as the name suggests, these are water activated paints. So I just dipped my brush in some water and just drawing a kind of semicircle where my iris actually is. Oh, I kind of messed this one up, but I'm going to wait for the blue paint to dry and then I'm going to go over with the white SFX paint and kind of clean up the edges. While that's drying, I'm gonna move away from eyes and I'm gonna start kind of carving out the cheeks. So obviously a Nutcracker has really plump juicy cheeks. So you want to go for a shading color. I usually like a kind of warmish brown color. So from the Jaclyn Hill palette, the original one by Morphe, I'm going to take this shade here. So it's a kind of chocolatey brown color, as I said before. And I'm going to dip my brush in really lightly. We don't want too much at all. I'm going to smile and kind of just see where my natural cheeks pop out. And just kind of shade underneath. And then without any extra product, I'm just blending that line out. Just gonna add a little bit more shadow just to the very upper edge of the line. And again, just blending ever so slightly, literally just with my brush. Ta-da! And the Nutcracker has really, really, really bright, blushy cheeks. So I'm taking the Carnival palette again, and I'm going to use, no, not that one, Pink Lily, this one. We're going to draw little blush circles. So I've got it on a fluffy brush, and I'm just swirling it around. Probably better if I don't explain things and you just watch, because I'm not the best at explaining. So you want it to be right on the apple. This isn't even the hardest part, guys. Later I'm going to be drawing his jacket on, or her. I think it's a female Nutcracker. Back to eyes, I'm going to try and fix this one. Didn't work out too well, but I think it looks a little bit better. It's more central. Now I'm going to take my Maybelline Master Drama Matte Black Liner. I really actually love this. And I'm going to draw the pupil. Then just going to draw around the outline. Ooh, the focus, concentration is real. A tip when doing these kinds of things is to always rest your hand on your face. And we want to draw some lashes. So I want them to be kind of pointy lashes. So I'm drawing like little triangle kind of things. These ones want to be curving outwards, and these ones want to be curving inwards. And then in the middle, we want them to kind of go downwards. I'm just gonna fill those in quickly. Kind of look like a Bratz doll. Not what I was going for. Finish off the eyes, I just want to add some white details. So I'm using the Suva Hydra Liner in Space Panda. It's just a white liner. And again, this is water activated. So just dipped my brush in some water. You don't want it to be too wet, but wet enough. Sounded strange. Anyway, I'm just gonna draw two little dots on the pupil, kind of like where the light would reflect, I guess. And now I'm just drawing some little white lines on the iris, just to make it look a little bit more realistic. And then just gonna add a little bit of black as well. Okay, now I'm gonna move on to the mouth. First, I'm gonna sketch out where I want everything to be using a cream contour. So this is the Iconic London Cream Contour Kit, and I'm going to take this skin colored shade. This is amazing when you want to sketch things out, because if you make a mistake, you just literally can rub it off. So we're going to just go above the top lip, I guess, and follow the shape of that. And then just elongating the sides, and I'm going to go down. Wow, I look absolutely crazy. And I'm gonna start drawing the teeth. Now for the mouth, the top lip and this bottom bit here are going to be dark pink. So I'm taking the P. Louise Acid Rain paint. This one is in the shade Glow Girl. It's like a dark pink colour. So beautiful, if you can see that there. It's a little bit darker than I want it to be. So I'm going to mix it with the P. Louise base. This one is in the shade Winter Rose. So it's more like a pastel pink colour. Okay, we're just going to shade this bottom area. And then we're going to do the top lip as well. For the teeth, I'm going back in with that white SFX paint I used by NYX. And I'm just going to paint the teeth white. It's really helpful having that outline there, because you just need to follow that. That is one big tooth. Right. That kind of looks cool, I think. And now I need to fill in the gaps using a black. So I've got the aqua color paints again by Crayolan, and I'm going to take the black shade. So yeah, any black paint would do. You could even use a black gel liner for this. And you just want to go in between. Actually, I switched to a really tiny angle brush so that I can draw the lines in between the teeth. I also went around the outline with the black paint, and I'm just going to use a pencil brush to do a little bit of shading down the bottom here. So just kind of blending that black paint in a bit. And the last thing we're going to do for the face is draw a little moustache. So I'm going to take a cream contour again. From the same cream contour kit, I'm just going to use these brownie shades down here. I can't take myself seriously right now, but that is the face done. I think that will do for that. Later, I'm just gonna go in maybe and do a few touch-ups to make the black a bit blacker, the white a bit whiter. I need to put lashes, brows, those kinds of things. But I'm gonna start doing the body paint part, which I'm actually really scared about because I don't have much experience with body painting and I think it's gonna be quite difficult. So we're gonna see how this goes. I've decided that the teeth are way too big, so later I'm gonna fix that by putting more black in there. But as I said, we're gonna move on to, sorry, I have a hair in my face. We're gonna move on to the body paint, and I'm gonna start mapping out again with the cream contour kit by Iconic London. So I'm taking the skin colored shade. So starting off with the NYX SFX white paint, I'm gonna do this bit of white. That doesn't look very white, does it? Now I'm just taking a cotton bud and just going over the edges to make them as straight as possible. I'm just wiping away any excess product. And then I'm taking the same P. Louise things that I used earlier, so the base in Winter Rose and the Acid Rain paint in Glow Girl. We're gonna start painting this middle portion here pink. Ugh. And then also the collar. Now the shoulder pads are going to be gold, so first I'm going to paint with a black paint, I think. And then I'm going to go over that using the rum shade. So it's a beautiful kind of golden bronze shade from the Carnival palette. Also pretty. A little bit too bronzy, actually. I wanted something maybe a bit more golden. So I think that looks pretty cool, but I want it to be a little bit lighter. So I'm taking the Tati Beauty palette and I'm gonna take the shade Soothe because it looks more of like a pure gold shade rather than a bronze. So shiny. Definitely lightened it up a little bit. For sure. Oh, what a long process this is. Then for this part, I'm gonna do a blue. So firstly, going in with the Crayolan Aquacolor paint. Now I'm gonna start doing the little details. So we're gonna do a button. Now that I've drawn those details, I'm taking the Tati Beauty palette again and the gold shade, this one here, so that's the Soothe. I'm just gonna go over all of this with that gold. I'm also just going over the border of the collar with this gold shade, just because I want to. Then gonna quickly go over the blue bit with this shade from the Carnival palette, the Deep. Also, I had a little break and I did eat something, so the whiteness has transferred to my top lip. I'm going to fix that later. Now with the black shade from the Tati Beauty palette, I'm gonna start doing some shading up in here. First, I'm just drawing where I want to shade, and then later I'm going to blend it out with a different brush. Okay, now here's where hopefully it's gonna start coming together. So I'm gonna just start outlining everything using a black liquid liner. Okay guys, so I think I'm done with the body paint. I'm so excited. I think I really love it. I'm gonna just fix the mouth now. So as I said, I want to make the teeth a little bit smaller. So I'm just gonna add some more black in there. And then I'm gonna apply some lashes and I'll be back to show you guys the finished look. So this is the finished look and it took so long. I cannot actually believe how long it took me. It was a real struggle, but as you can see, I fixed the mouth a bit. I removed a bit from either side because it was just too wide, too big. So I kind of just took some micellar water and wiped away that bit, put some foundation on, and then I also put some more black in there so that the teeth were a little bit smaller. And yeah, I also have a hat, but I just don't know how to put it on. I made it. It looks like a 5-year-old made it, but oh well, we're gonna ignore that. I really like how the body paint came out. As I said, it's one of my first times trying like proper body paint. So it took a long time, but it was worth it in the end, I guess. So I hope you enjoyed it. It was something a little bit different. I don't know if any of you are gonna ever recreate this, but hopefully you enjoyed watching me create it. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And I just wanna say thank you so much for watching. And if you did like the video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up and click the subscribe button down below. Also ring the notification bell so you're notified every single time I upload. And I think that's all from me today. I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye.